Have you ever considered that your fear of failure might be holding you back? It's a thought that can bring an uncomfortable chill, isn't it? But let's face it, fear of failure is a universal experience. It's a common thread that weaves through the tapestry of human existence, touching everyone from the young entrepreneur launching their first venture to the seasoned professional taking on new challenges. Think about it for a moment. Picture the times when the fear of making a mistake, of not meeting expectations, or of facing disappointment deterred you from taking a risk, from stepping out of your comfort zone. It's a feeling that can be paralyzing, causing us to hesitate, to hold back, to avoid the unknown. But let's not just dwell on the negatives. There's another side to this coin. Fear of failure can also be a powerful motivator. It can push us to prepare thoroughly, to seek knowledge, to strive for excellence. It can ignite a spark within us, a drive to prove ourselves, to surpass our own expectations, to achieve our dreams. Yet the crucial point here is balance. Too much fear can hinder progress, while too little can lead to recklessness. It's about finding that sweet spot where fear of failure becomes a catalyst for growth, not an obstacle to it. The importance of addressing this fear cannot be overstated. It's a critical step on the journey to success, a step that involves acknowledging the fear, understanding its roots, and learning how to manage it effectively. Because when we do, we start to see failure not as a threat, but as an opportunity. An opportunity to learn, to grow, to build resilience, and ultimately, to succeed. So, whether you're an aspiring artist, a budding entrepreneur, or a veteran in your field, remember this. Fear of failure is universal. It's a part of our shared human experience, but it doesn't have to be a roadblock. It can be a stepping stone, a guide, a mentor. It's all about perspective, and that's what we're here to explore. Remember, fear of failure is universal, but it doesn't have to be a roadblock. Let me share with you a time when I faced a major failure in my life. It was a time when my entrepreneurial venture, a dream I had nurtured for years, came crashing down. I was left with empty pockets, a bruised ego, and a heavy heart. I remember the nights I spent staring at the ceiling, questioning my abilities, my decisions, my worth. I was enveloped in a cloud of disappointment and self-doubt. But here's the interesting part. As I sat there in my lowest low, something started to shift. I began to realize that this failure was not a full stop, but a comma in the story of my life. I acknowledged the mistakes I had made, the oversights I had allowed, and the risks I had miscalculated. I realized that these were not signs of incompetence, but gaps in knowledge and experience. I started to see that my failure was not a reflection of my worth, but a result of my actions that I had the power to change. And with that realization, I began to pick up the pieces. I started to learn, grow, and rebuild. I reached out to mentors, sought advice, read books, attended seminars. I was determined to turn my failure into a catalyst for growth. And as I did, I found that my perspective on failure started to change. It was no longer a symbol of defeat, but a signpost pointing towards areas of improvement. It was no longer an insurmountable obstacle, but a stepping stone on the path to success. It was no longer a source of shame, but a badge of honor, a testament to my resilience and determination. That failure, as painful as it was, became a crucial turning point for me. It opened my eyes to the reality that failure is not the opposite of success, but a part of it. It taught me that the road to success is not a straight line, but a winding path filled with ups and downs, triumphs and setbacks. And most importantly, it showed me that the key to success lies not in avoiding failure, but in embracing it, learning from it, and growing through it. Even the most successful individuals have faced failure on their journey. Indeed, the road to success is often paved with obstacles, and it's how we navigate these stumbling blocks that truly define us. Let's delve into the lives of some famous figures and see how they turn their failures into stepping stones to success. Take Walt Disney, for example. Before creating the iconic Disney empire, he was fired from a newspaper for lacking imagination and having no original ideas. He even started a number of businesses that ended in bankruptcy and failure. But did he let these setbacks stop him? Absolutely not. Instead, they fueled his ambition, and he went on to create a global brand that has brought joy to millions worldwide. Or consider Thomas Edison, the renowned inventor of the electric light bulb. He famously failed 1,000 times before he finally succeeded, but he didn't see it as 1,000 failures. Instead, he said, "I didn't fail 1,000 times, the light bulb was an invention with 1,000 steps." His persistent attitude demonstrates that failure is not the opposite of success, but rather a crucial part of the process. And let's not forget about J.K. Rowling, the author of the beloved Harry Potter series. Before her monumental success, she faced numerous rejections from publishers, was jobless, divorced, and raising a child on her own. However, she used these experiences to fuel her creativity and wrote one of the most successful book series in history. These stories are not unique. They echo the experiences of countless other successful individuals who have faced failure head-on, learned from their mistakes, and used these lessons to propel them forward. Their stories are a testament to the power of embracing failure. So, the next time you face a setback, remember these famous figures. Remember that each failure is not a roadblock, but a stepping stone on your journey to success. Embrace your failures, learn from them, and let them guide you towards your ultimate goal. Because in the grand scheme of things, failure is not the end, it's just the beginning. So how can you navigate the fear of failure and turn it into a powerful force for growth? Well, here are some practical strategies that can help you transform this fear into fuel for success. Firstly, consider setting realistic goals. When we aim too high, too fast, we set ourselves up for disappointment. So, instead, break down your larger objectives into smaller, manageable steps. This makes your goals seem less daunting, and every small victory along the way builds your confidence. Remember, Rome wasn't built in a day, and neither will your success be. Secondly, embrace a growth mindset. This means viewing challenges and setbacks not as indicators of your abilities, but as opportunities to learn and improve. With a growth mindset, you understand that your abilities and intelligence can be developed. So every time you stumble, you're not failing, you're growing. Thirdly, learn from your mistakes. This is perhaps the most important strategy, and it's one that we often overlook. When we make a mistake, it's easy to feel defeated and want to give up. But what if we saw each mistake as a teacher, a guide showing us where we need to improve? Every misstep is a chance to refine your approach and move one step closer to success. So instead of fearing failure, welcome it. Let it be your mentor, not your enemy. Implementing these strategies won't make the fear of failure disappear overnight. It's a process, and like any process, it takes time. But with each step you take, each mistake you learn from, you'll find that fear of failure becoming less of a roadblock and more of a stepping stone. So remember to set realistic goals, embrace a growth mindset, and learn from your mistakes. These strategies can help you turn fear of failure from a roadblock into a stepping stone. And always remember, it's not about how many times you fall, but how many times you get up and keep moving forward. That's the true measure of success. It's time to redefine failure. We've been conditioned to see failure as the enemy, as a sign of defeat. But what if we could challenge this conventional view? What if failure is not the opposite of success, but an integral part of it? Think about it. Each time we stumble, we're presented with an opportunity to learn, to grow, to change course. Each failure is a lesson wrapped in a challenge, a guide pushing us towards our ultimate goals. So, let's shift our perspective. Instead of seeing failure as a pitfall, let's see it as a stepping stone, as a friend that, although tough, is leading us towards success. Remember, it's through our failures that we discover our resilience, our adaptability, our true potential. It's through these detours that we find new paths, new strategies, and ultimately, new successes. Embrace failure as a friend, guiding you toward your goals. Now, I want to hear from you. Share your experiences with failure in the comments. Let's build a community that thrives on support, learning, and resilience. Your stories can become someone else's stepping stone. Let's remember, we're in this journey together. Each of us has experienced setbacks, but it's through these shared experiences that we foster growth and transformation. In today's conversation, we've explored the concept of failure as a stepping stone, not a roadblock. We've learned from personal anecdotes and famous figures alike. We've discussed practical strategies to embrace failure and foster a growth mindset. Most importantly, we've challenged the conventional view of failure, redefining it as an opportunity for learning and growth. Remember, failure is not the end. It's a crucial part of the journey. Keep striving, keep growing, and keep embracing the journey. Let's turn our fear of failure into a catalyst for success. Until next time, stay resilient, stay empowered, and stay connected.